Hi, I'm Chantal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I build applications in the edtech space. When I first started building Youlearn, no fault of Hummi Learn, I had to rebuild my entire backend. Not because it wasn't working, but because of cost, scalability, and control. Today, I will walk you through my full tech stack, front end, back end, AI, hosting, and tell you why I chose each piece. Hummi Learn is a learning platform that allows students in the Caribbean to practice for their CSEC exam. It creates a quiz-like structure that allows students to ace their exam when it's time. So the application tech stack have to support file upload, AI processing, data storage, security, scalability, and low cost because I am not monetizing the application just yet. Number one, I use Flutter for front end. It is the main application layer. The reason is simple. I don't want to build separate apps for web and for mobile. Right now, I am launching on the web, but Flutter gives me that flexibility to expand later without rewriting all the code. It allows me to maintain one code base and deploy across platforms, which saves me time and future development cost. Number two, I use Firebase, but not for everything. I use it for authentication. Firebase handles my login, my sign up, my password reset, and authentication management. I also use Firebase for cloud functions. I use it especially to automate tasks around AI related workflows. I also use it for analytics. For tracking metrics, I use Google Analytics through Firebase Analytics to manage user behavior and engagement. And why I had to really rebuild my backend halfway through the project and stop using Firebase as my full backend is when I was researching pricing and API costs, I realized it could become expensive as I gain more users and usage kind of scales. Since I am not charging users yet, I don't want to lock myself into rising costs early, so I pivoted and I went to what I know. This leads us to our third and fourth tech stack, PHP and MySQL. I decided to move back to what I know really well. Why? Because I've been using PHP and MySQL for 5 years now. I understand them deeply, I can control them, and it's cost effective. Plus, a learning platform does well with a relational database system. For hosting, my backend is hosted on Hostinger, where I manage all my APIs and databases. But why not Firebase database though? Well, I actually liked Firebase for their non-relational structure. I did. It's very fast and it's also easy, but I didn't want a vendor lock-in right now, and migration later can be really complicated. With MySQL, I own my structure, I own my data and my scaling path, right? Because the more you scale and the more users you get and the more requests you have to make to the backend is the more your cost rises. And I'm broke right now, flat out broke, so I can't have unknown costs popping up on me without me knowing exactly what the cost will be, right? So I kind of avoided that right away. However, it all depends on the application you are building. A different tech stack or a different backend structure might be more applicable to what you're building, but for what I'm building right now, I'm confident that this tech stack works perfectly for this application. Let's move on to what I do next. Number 5, AI is also a part of my workflow. Well, so it's a part of my tech stack. One of the most powerful parts of Hummi Learn is the AI-driven question generation engine. As the admin, when I upload chapters or course materials, these files are first stored in Google Cloud Storage. The file links are then sent to Firebase Cloud Functions, which communicate with the AI model to extract and generate questions from the context. For this process, I mainly use Gemini because it's cost effective and produces great results. Once the questions are generated, the results are sent to my PHP backend where the data is validated and stored in my MySQL database. From there, the questions appear in the admin portal or the admin dashboard where I can edit, refine, or add diagrams if needed, and those diagrams are also created by Gemini. I also build redundancy into the system. So if Gemini fails or experiences downtime, the request automatically falls back to Claude. So the workflow doesn't stop, no interruptions, right? All right, those are my tech stack. And why does this tech stack make sense for me? The reason why I chose this tech stack isn't because it's trendy. It's because I have used it for over 5 years. I understand it deeply. It reduces cost at this early stage, and it also avoids vendor lock-in at this early stage as well. And it allows me to ship fast, not faster, but it still allows me to ship fast. At this stage, cost control matters more than hype, because it will make or break your startup, right? So the full tech stack behind Hummi Learn is Flutter on the front end, Firebase for authentication and automation, and my custom PHP MySQL backend. I use AI through Gemini and Cloud for backup and Google Cloud for storage. It's not the most fashionable stack, but it's the one that lets me build, control costs, and scale intentionally, and that is what matters. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to subscribe, like, and share, and leave any comments you have below, and let me know if you have any questions.